I tried YouTube automation for 3 months. Not only am I going to share my personal experience with the business, tell you how much money I made, but I'm also going to share some tips and tricks. Trust me, you're gonna need them. So if you've been on the internet for the last, I don't know, a month, then you must have heard of YouTube automation in some form or another. To keep it short, YouTube automation is where you make a bunch of clips or videos about a certain topic that you like. And for me, that was personal finance, and you outsource the majority of your work to Fiverr or maybe even Upwork, video edit for you, make voiceovers, and all the above. At the time in November, FTX was closing down due to some massive fraud by SBF. I knew there was going to be a lot of people searching up FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried, so I had to capitalize on it. After about a week or so of outsourcing the work, I then got my final product, which was this video right here. Now, although it does say I have like 800 views on it, I didn't have that much at the very beginning. I think at the time I only had like 71 views on it at the most, which led me to experiment with Google Ads, which then got it up to 800 views, which wasn't worth it in my opinion. So after spending like $100 on video editing, a thumbnail artist, and even YouTube advertising, I was stuck. I was like, why aren't I getting views? How come I'm not getting the views of every other competitor in YouTube? I mean, I was searching up FTX and there was people getting hundreds of thousands of views and even millions, like Cold Fusion. That was until I looked at my retention graph. I mean, just look at the graph. You see how it's a huge slope and then just a flat line? That's awful. No wonder I wasn't getting views. YouTube promotes content that keeps people watching, that keeps people engaged. And this video right here didn't do that. It was at this point where I made a crucial moment to where I had just sat down one night and I had to rethink my strategy. Something was obviously not working. So I spent the night looking for new videos, what was trending. This movie Margin Call was getting a lot of search volume, but nobody made a review. There was no editing to them. I mean, it was a clear market. So I made a movie review on it. But it wasn't until I finally posted this one video to where I finally found some success. Now you must be wondering, how many views did you get and did you blow up? Let me show you how many views I got. Now I know what you're saying, that's not viral, and you may be right, but every single day, this video was getting hundreds of views. And you gotta think, those hundreds of views were compounding every single week. You know how I showed you those retention graphs? This is a 10 to 11 minute video, and I had people watching for 50%. So what was like an 18,000 viewed video skyrocketed all the way up to 58,000 views, which is what it's at now. After this sweet victory, I had to keep going. So I was scouring the internet for another finance movie that I could capitalize on. And what I settled across was The Big Short. In this movie, it was about Michael Burry and how he predicted the housing crash before everyone else. Perfect. So I looked through the analytics and I saw that there was still a ton of search volume and very little competition, just like the Margin Call movie. With a few texts to my thumbnail artist and my video editor, we all got to work. However, I had a major setback that I believe a lot of people are going to run into. And this is going to be my first tip of the video, and that is to pick the right editor for you. Whenever I was starting out, I had to go through like 3 to 4 editors to try to keep up with my content needs. And needless to say, it was kind of a hassle. I was starting to question this YouTube automation business if it wasn't really automated. So after 5 days of finding a new editor and constantly rewriting the video, it was finally ready to be published. And with a click of a button, the video was posted. And with that, the reality of this YouTube business set in. What can I say? The video did poorly. Now that I had the subscribers, the viewer base a little bit, I thought that if I just kept going, putting out the same quality content that they subscribed for, it would go well in my favor. And it didn't. It only got on the first day 185 views. Not quite the banger I was hoping for. After this slowdown, I got very demotivated and very demoralized after what just happened. And this is my second tip of the video, and that is going to be keep going. If you know you're confident in your ability to work and that you know that you trust yourself to keep going, then do exactly that. But then there was something new that was coming up and that was insanely viral and everyone was searching it. You may have heard of it, I don't know, it was just this new AI software. It's called ChatGPT, I don't know if you heard of it. So I decided to give this one my all-in last shot. I was like, okay, if this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I decided to make one video about how ChatGPT is going to take over Google. I spent my $50 on my video editing, my thumbnail artist, and I believe even a script writer for this one. Another week goes by, and it's finally ready to publish. I hit that publish button, I wait, and I wait, and I wait. The results didn't come. And it's just hard because online you see a bunch of these finance gurus that peddle this YouTube automation course saying that it's so easy and that it's 100% automated and that anyone can do it, when that's just not the case. And if you're like me, you're kind of tired of it. And that's why I wanted to make this video. I wanted to show you the realistic side of YouTube content when it comes to YouTube automation. So it's finally time to show you my 3-month journey of how much money I made, how many viewers did I get, and how many subscribers do I have. So for 3 months total, I got a total of 65,000 views. And since I got that many views, I did happen to get 342 subscribers.